Hey everyone, TimaeuSS here. Welcome to another NIKKE video. So as you can see in the top left hand side, we have a special beginner support package. And I'm going to discuss if this is worth it and who would this be targeting. So basically, if you guys didn't know, with the latest update where we defeated the Code Devil and removed Makima's code, we also got a new selection pack. It's in the second tab in the special beginner support. There's also a, I think, $4.99 pack that gives you 10 tickets, which I purchased already. But this one, it's very hard to recommend it because when this first got announced, we thought this was going to be a selection box for all of the current NIKKEs, right? And of course, we thought that was too good to be true because probably not include Pilgrim, especially if they have a lower rate. So we were hoping that we were going to get a selection box very similar to the free SSR body selector to give, which had all the NIKKEs released up to a certain point, but at least you can pick things like litter and stuff. But instead of a spare body, you would actually pick the unit. However, as we have discovered, it is only 4 of these units, and I'll discuss who would buy this, because if you're mid to late game players, it's very difficult, I think, to find this to be valuable. The only reason that I might consider buying it is because I want more copies of Brid. My Brid is not MLB 3, and as an attacker, it's more important for the unit to be MLB 3, and I don't want to put her on my wish list because I have updated my wish list and I don't have her as part of the lineup. All right, so this is what I would give it. I would get the selection box for. So for the other players that are, you know, past the 160 wall or are more of the non-well late game players, I don't think this is worth it. Okay, so who would this be for? In my opinion, this would be for 3 types of people. First of all, the big booty volume lovers. All right, like if you are craving volume or her MLB 3 skin or any of these MLB 3 homepage skin, or I guess the animation, go for it. All right, so it's waifu over meta in this case. The second is if you're really looking for some specific setup, because out of these right now, the 2 that are still decently used is, first of all, volume, right? As a burst 1 for non-litter players, volume is a very good burst 1. It's got the cooldown reduction, but too bad instead of attack, it's crit related. And of course, we know as part of the NIKKE crit or damage formula, crit isn't that great, but volume is still a fantastic addition, especially if you need to run multiple teams in union rate. Burst 1 volume is always fantastic because a lot of the other sustained burst 1s, they have 40-second cooldowns, whereas volume is 20 seconds. The other one you can grab is ADME. ADME is still part of the reload team. All right, if you have ADME, if you have Privity, Miranda, for example, or Alice, all of these reload speed improvement teams have very good synergy with each other, and for manual play definitely stands out. So ADME and volume are decent pickups from this selection box, especially if you're a beginner, because you'll probably be re-rolling or going for the collab, getting power, whatnot. So you have a burst 3 and then burst 2s. If you're starting out and you don't have good choices, they're good enough to grab. Okay, because a guaranteed SSR for 15 bucks versus what you can get otherwise, it's not the worst. Okay, and of course you can see here the T7 selection box. This is outclassed very early on, so this might as well not be there. I wish this was a freaking T9 faction selection box. You know, why don't you sell that to us instead of T7, which is useless to people unless you're complete beginner, right? So the first type is waifu over meta. Second type is people needing burst 1 and burst 2s via volume and ADME. The third type of players I will recommend this to is if you have a volume, uni, ADME, or Brid unit at MLB 2 and you are so close, all right, you're so close to breaking that 160 wall. You can save, because I don't think there's a timer for this at the moment. So save until you are really close, or if you updated your wish list, all right, and you are at MLB 3 and it's the last unit that you need a copy for to bring her into MLB past MLB3 to make sure you cross that level 160 wall, then that would be the third type of players I would recommend this to, right? But overall, yeah, I mean, I usually buy things out because I'm a whale, but it's difficult to recommend this to the average players that are looking to get packs because, you know, this isn't... Shift up. If you're watching, please just change this into a selection box for everything, all right? Like, make it so, because you're giving us free SSR body selectors, right? Make this the exact same, but instead of a body selector, it's a unit selector and it's paid, right? For $15, you can select, for example, pick up a litter. I think that's really good, and a lot of people would buy it. A lot of people would buy it. So, I mean, come on, man. Come on. Anyhow, it's TimaeuSS here, all right? Let me know your thoughts on the box, the selection pack, and if you're going to buy it, and if you do, what you're going to choose. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye now.